Well, good morning. Good morning. I didn't do much yesterday. I'm trying to make Friday my day off. Well, other than I went to the physical therapist about my hip. Other than that, I didn't do much. I wanted to pop on here for a second because I had an observation that I wanted to share. And it may be because I'm hypersensitive to it, or just like always, probably right. I saw a quick clip of former New Jersey Governor and presidential candidate Chris Christie getting out of his car, going into somewhere. And of the 5 times that I saw this clip on X, Twitter, 4 of the comments were about how he looked. One of them I remember is, how does someone get this build? Be a 60-year-old man. Be a 60-year-old man who's always been heavy. I happen to have some idea. I know, it's easy. But that's not my point. My point is this. My point is, if your go-to criticism of Chris Christie is that he's fat, you are not a serious person. That's all there is to it. If your go-to criticism of Lizzo was that she was fat, you're not a serious person. If your go-to criticism of anybody is how they look, then you're not a serious person. Then your criticism is invalid. On the surface, invalid. Period. Absolutely period. If your criticism of Donald Trump is that he's got that weird orange spray tan, if that is your go-to criticism, if that's the first thing that comes to mind, then you're not a serious person. You're not. I mean, again, I want to spray the whole surface here. If your go-to criticism of Jill Biden was that she didn't have any fashion sense, then you're not a serious person. Now, I know the lady used to wear couch covers for dresses. I know. But there's a lot more wrong with Jill Biden, Dr. Biden, than her fashion sense. When I see these posts on X about who was the better looking first lady, Melania Trump or Michelle Obama, I'm like, are you serious? Why are you wasting valuable scroll time for me with this BS? Who cares? Who cares? So if you're spending time, if you think you're really getting it by attacking the way that someone looks, because that's your go-to thing. Your go-to thing is Chris Christie is fat. Look at him. Then you really haven't matured much past middle school. I mean, there's a lot I don't like about Chris Christie. That is for doggone sure. There's a lot of disagreements that Chris Christie and I have on a lot of stuff. The most dangerous part about Chris Christie is not that he's fat. Oh, he's also male. So let's put our hair on fire because he's male. Anyway, again, if your go-to criticism about someone is about how they look, and you're going to put that on X, you're not a serious person. My advice to you is do your best to become a more serious person.